And the men and women in our military have been fighting this war for 20 years, and they say it can be challenging to see what's happening in Afghanistan now. After 20 years spent in Afghanistan, the war coming to an end, veterans here in Connecticut watching what's happening overseas.
The first reaction was just heartbreak, just really, I think, initial terror for the people and that are still there and that are left, that we love and that helped us.
Thomas Burke, a U.S. Marine who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan, says his first concern is for those people left behind, including Afghans who worked alongside U.S. troops and the women and children who will be impacted by Taliban control of the country. It is something echoed by Steve Kennedy, the Connecticut team leader for Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America.
We have to be taking care of the people who we were over there working with, and that has just not happened so far.
We have an opportunity to be moral exemplars, to be leaders and accept refugees, and not just accept refugees, but enthusiastically welcome them into our community.
Kennedy also says this can be a challenging time for the men and women who sacrificed so much for this war.
I went through this myself in 2014 when ISIS kind of started taking over parts of Iraq, exactly where I had served. And it's difficult to see all of the places that you spend really just this important period of your life and sacrifice so much, and you know people who you've lost or they've been wounded, things like that, fighting for these areas, to see it just fall apart it's devastating for veterans out there who are struggling with this, just to know that there is support available. The crisis line is there. You can reach out to your local vet center.
To recognize that all the hardships weren't for nothing.
That's the place we want to get to, is recognizing that no, our sacrifices were not in vain. Our sacrifices were worth it. We were fighting for something that meant something.
And Kennedy adds that now is also the time to check in with your fellow veterans just to make sure that they are doing okay. Amanda Rouse, Fox 61 News.